The reason that I decided to put these meetings together was because I know that they're having praise and worship rehearsal upstairs. It'll be over in a minute. That's why I pulled the mic out. Because I understand that we're dismantling your community at Castro, right? Y'all family, y'all friends are over there. But on the flip side, I have a job to do, right? And the city and the state say we have to clear it out. So, but I don't feel that you all should be penalized or separated from those that you've built relationships with, if those relationships are still going to foster you to move forward and progress in your life. So this is a safe space for you to hang out. We're gonna always have food. We got some games. I want to see who good in some spades or some, we got chess and checkers over there, some Uno. We got a little Jenga that we gonna get into, and the winners of some of those gonna get a gift card, right? And so just some different things, but just to have a safe place and to talk about the first thing on the list is, how many of you have CalFresh or food stamps? Okay, so that means some of you don't, and you probably qualify and need it. So before you leave today, I need you to, by your name on that list, put need CalFresh. We'll send you a link for you to sign up for it, okay? The other thing is, I know living at the encampment was more so survival mode, right? So you bought stuff that was gonna kinda hold you over but not spoil, or if you had the munchies, you doing sweets or whatever your zooms and whams is, right? And so, but now that you have a place where you can buy groceries and the importance of it. So who can give me 5 things that you feel is important for you to have in your refrigerator or cabinet? Angie, I see your hand.
Milk.
She said milk. Sydney? Eggs. Water, Miss Denise? You say cheese? Okay, let me rephrase it then real quick. 5 things that's gonna stretch. Miss Natalie?
Vegetables.
Butter. Meat. Lunch meat. Okay, let's go to Armand. Huh? That's right, peanut butter and jelly, and somebody said bread earlier. So for those of you that I sent food to, you will notice, so I'm my mom's oldest. My mom had me at 15, right? So she had all 4 of us by 24. So she had to learn how to stretch some food. So those of you that Way to Love sent food to, you'll notice we sent a 10-pound bag of potatoes, we sent rice, we sent vegetables, we sent some meat. I know where you going, I'm not fooling with you. We sent eggs, we sent things that was gonna stretch and kind of last you a little while, right? And so we want to eventually go to the grocery store. That's gonna be part of our event next month. You're gonna meet us at a grocery store, and it ain't required, but you may wanna meet us at the grocery store, right? And we're gonna talk about some meals that are stretched, and then you're gonna shop for those meals, right? So who can just throw out off the top of their head some meals that'll last you for 2 or 3 days? Angie? Chicken. Spaghetti, beans, and rice. Like my grandmama say, the po man gumbo. Po man gumbo. Armand. A county jail spread. Oatmeal. Right? Soups. Noodles. Right. You can get you some chicken broth and put some veggies in there and stretch that thing. Right. Stir fry. Another thing I learned when I was start living on my own, and my grandmother taught me this, because when you cooking for just 1 or 2 people, sometimes you cook more than what you can actually eat in a day or 2, right? Baby, Ziploc freezer bags are your friend. When I tell you, I was able, when my grandmama, she hit me up on so much game, rest her soul. Macaroni, I make homemade macaroni and cheese. If y'all promise y'all gonna show up next month, I'll make for sure we have that kind of spread next month, okay? But when she told me I could freeze homemade, I didn't believe her. Let me just tell the honest God truth. I was like, it ain't gonna taste the same, baby. I cut that thing up and put it in some foil and then put it in a Ziploc bag and then was able to take it out in single servings and then put it in the oven. It was like I had just cooked it. So I will freeze everything, cornbread, everything. And so you might get tired of it for a couple of days, right? Freeze it. And then cook something else, and then when you craving for it, you can just pull that thing out and eat it, right? Yes.
I was just thinking about like when you just stretch food. Like I'm thinking about something like the Kool-Aids. We gotta have something better than Kool-Aid. Like Kool-Aid good for you. But they got some type of bottle that I can add water to. They can stretch.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna need no sugar.
And I can send you some. You're welcome. That's all you had to do, Sydney. You had to ask. You didn't have to get no example like that. I feel you. I feel you, Sydney. Okay. Another thing, can you tell me what grocery store you would think would be the best grocery store to shop at in our area? Okay. Grocery outlet, Walmart, anybody else? Foods Co. Food Max. You rich if you shopping at Safeway. You got some money. Safeway, unless you getting they $5 sales, they high. They real high. So what say it again.
Don't you want them food banks first? They get some of these essential things you already got for you. You probably just save some more money.
So listen here. That's a wise man right there. So there are food banks like this location. They do food banks on Wednesdays and Friday. Fresh produce. All kind of stuff, right? So you get, I see you, Angie. You get those things, and then you go and you get the other stuff that you couldn't get here, and you save you some money, and you stretch your food stamps, right? Angie, what? Yes, and farmers market. Now, grocery outlets since COVID, they done got a little pricey. So you gotta pick and choose what it is that you get from there. And with grocery outlet, you have to watch the expiration dates. Okay, you have to really pay attention to those expiration dates because it'll expire real quick because it is at grocery outlet. Okay, yes.
Well, a lot of places, food store, y'all call it food court, I call it food store. A lot of those places, we suffer from a food injustice deeper than that, really. When it comes to vegetables and fruits.
Exactly.
If you can't go to farmers market, you get something that ain't real food.
Right. Which is why it's good to go to the various food banks, right? And so we're blessed in Richmond and in Oakland to have multiple sources of food banks. And so if you find yourself low on food, reach out. We'll tell you where you can go. Yes, please. Can you go to Costco? You talking about when we go shopping? I don't even have a Costco membership. No. But that might be an option maybe later on down the line where we buy bulk at Costco and split it up among people. We'll consider it. But it's not a yes right now, okay? Remember when Mama used to say, I'll think about it? It was typically no.
Mama told me one has shit, the other is which one feels.
Okay, so any other questions on food and groceries and things of that nature?
The farmers market next to City Hall, they accept EBT.
They sure do. The one in El Cerrito does too at the plaza. Yep. And that one accepts EBT as well. Any other questions on food? How many of you have food in your cabinets right now? It's good. How many of you got food at home right now? How many of you got food at home right now? You got some food? You need some food? Brian, you got food? You need some food? So listen here. This isn't the place to be prideful. We family up in here. We can't help you if you're not talking about it. So if I'm asking who need food, y'all know I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby, right? So I'm gonna go out there and find somebody. If I can't, if Way to Love can't, if HCEB can't, I'm gonna find somebody to give y'all some food. But if you don't need it, then I ain't gotta go do nothing. Okay, so you need food, okay. Oh, you need food, okay. Stephanie, on the back of that sign-in sheet, do you mind writing down Flea, Rusty, Armand, Brian, and Sydney, please? Okay. The other thing is, how many of you are in the, how many of you are in the check system that wrote back checks? Okay. Hands down. So you all know we're paying your rent for a year, right? Some of you are working. Some of you get SSI, some of you get disability, Social Security, some of you don't have nothing coming in, and we'll address that too. But those of you that do have some form of income coming in, we need you to open up a savings account. So for some of you, I've already had that conversation, and there's some people that's not here that have already. Why do you need to open up a savings account? Somebody talk to me. Flea. Okay, that's a good reason.
It's just money you stack up and save, and you don't touch it. It's for necessity.
Right, yes.
I don't think it's a necessity that if somebody rents to you, no matter if they sell rent or whatever, you need to probably have a savings account or something like that to have a lease or something. They need some type of insurance.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like Natalie said, showing some responsibility, right? Hi, Vi, you can set up at that yellow table right there. Thank you. So the thing is, and I've been saying this in September, right? My goal, this may not be a city goal or anybody else's goal, but Vanessa's and Way to Love goal is that you all are sustainable when the money runs out. I don't want to see you at another encampment, because see, I don't just go to Castro. I visit all the different encampments in the neighboring cities and try to provide support. So even though Castro is closing, don't mean I won't see you. I don't want to see you there. I want you to be able, that's why we calling this staying on your feet. So let's give a round of applause while I digress to Miss Katina, because she the one gave it this name. Miss Katina, raise your hand. So staying on your feet. Right? So when your money runs out and the city not paying for your rent no more, we want you to be able to stay on your feet. We don't want you to have that struggle. So that's another reason why we're having these kind of meetings and gatherings. So there's different resources that'll be provided for you. So like next month, we'll have someone from Richmond Works and some careers that will set up for you. But if you're interested in Richmond Works now, I can text you the link. What you are? Okay, once you do the application online, you text me to let me know so you don't get lost in the shuffle. I will then notify my point of contact there to let them know, look at here, one of my Castro families in applied, they need a job. Okay, and the thing with the Richmond Works, they have some jobs that will pay you during training. They have some jobs that don't require a whole bunch of training. So if you want to switch trades, you're welcome to do that. Again, bringing these resources to you so you can be successful. So a savings account. My ask is that everyone in here, by July's meeting, have a savings account. So if you need help, and you don't necessarily have to have $100, but if you commit to doing, just say $25 a month. Somebody calculate what's $25 a month, just say for 10 months. What's that?
25 a month?
Just $25 a month. For 10 months. $250, right? Now if you did 25, so I hear what you're saying, that is not enough. But if you're a person that don't have no money coming in, right, then it's something. If you can do 25 a week, that's $100 a month. In 10 months, that's how much? In 10 months. Yeah, 1,000, right? And so that's money for you just for emergency purposes. Your car breakdown, your PG&E is due, right? The other thing is, with the savings account, I wouldn't suggest a checking account right now if you're not comfortable with money and you like to blow money off. But I would say a savings account would be on point. If you disciplined and you can do a checking account, do the checking account, but then have your bills start coming out of that. We can set you up like that. So when your PG&E is due, it just automatically comes out. So someone mentioned the utilities. I think it was Sydney. Oh, it was Flea, I'm sorry. So we are paying, HCEB, we're paying your utilities for 6 months. So those of you that are in housing and have been in housing, you need to contact the HCEB office next week. And from that first payment that they pay, we'll do 6 months. So there is something that you have to sign. And we'll check in. How's it going? You got any money in the savings account? Because the thing is, the money that you will be spending on rent or utilities, now you can stack. Right? Now you can stack. Any questions on that? Nope. Okay. What's working? Peanut, we'll start with you. How's things going at your place? It's going good?
You sleep comfortably.
Okay, you sleeping. So he said he's sleeping good. Who else can attest to that one? Y'all sleeping better, right? Mr. No, I'll call you Mr. Neese. Which one you want to call?
It don't matter.
Okay. Mr. Neese, how's things going?
It's real nice.
It's real nice?
Yes, it
You got any concerns?
No, I'm fine.
No complaints.
No complaints? What's good about it?
Everything.
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 Right.
Huh?
How's it going?
Amazing.
You making it? Y'all, we gonna lay hands and pray for my baby here, because he just, we'll talk. Wait, how's it going?
Alright.
Concerns?
No concern. I ain't got no concerns.
You don't have no concerns?
I have no concerns. I have no troubles.
Okay, y'all, let's respect people out there talking, okay?
Only concern I got is people putting their hands on me. You know.
You play too much, you play too much. You liking your place though? Okay.
I like it. It's cool.
You play too much.
Hello. What am I talking about? My place, I love it. I can take all the baths I want. I could cook food whenever I want. Not disturbed, no drama, drama-free. No rats. I can sleep with the lights off. Yep.
Mine's ooh wee.
No, they don't know Mike, man. It's like you get up on the stand on somebody, man. Can't do that.
Go ahead. How's it going, Armand? It's cool. You like your place? You got a nice house. What you do? Clint?
I'm doing good. I like my place.
You look great, Clint. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Miss Rosaria? You don't have a comment? Okay.
I'm blessed. I'm really blessed in my place. I really believe, you know what I mean? I got some things, but I love my place, you know what I mean? I got some work to do now. I'm serious, because I don't want to go backwards. I'm scared to go backwards.
I know that's
I want to go back.
right. You don't want to say nothing? Okay. Your place is good, though? Okay. And you know, again, everyone's pathway is different. I know some of you are in a roommate situation where there's other people in the house. Can you ladies wait a moment, please? Excuse me. V. Stephanie. Can you guys wait? Stephanie. Can you guys wait? It's a little distracting. But I want you to know that where you are, it doesn't have to be your last spot. You stay in contact. We're working with you. There's like 90 some people that still, not still at Castro, but from that original list that needed support, right? So far, we've housed 38 people. So there's about 53 more that's living there, and that's not including the people that are in shelters. So I don't count people as housed that are in shelters, because to me, you off the streets, but you ain't housed, you in a shelter. So we're still working on trying to get them a place. Now, I know everywhere we go, there's rules, right? So like for me, I moved in October, and I don't have a washer and dryer in my unit, but there's one in the complex, and we can't wash after 9 o'clock. And it's like, well, dang, sometimes I want to stay out a little later, but I know I need, and you got neighbors that'll complain or, whatnot or whatever. So it's always rules where you go, right? Are any of you having any issues with any of the rules of where you are? Oh, we batting 1,000. Okay. So I know some of you smoke. Whether it's marijuana, we in California, it's legal, right? Or whether it's cigarettes. We in California, I don't know how y'all keeping up with that cigarette cost though, because my Lord, I don't smoke, but Jesus. I heard a conversation at Castro this morning that the guy said he had paid $17 a couple of days ago, and then a few days later it was $3 more. You heard that guy, huh? Oh, okay. So it's just like, oh my goodness, right? So I want you to know, and I've said it to some of you, it's not the apartment rules, so to speak, that you can't smoke inside of your apartment. That's a California state law. That when you're living in family dwelling units, meaning apartments and things of that nature, you can't, okay. Thank you. Y'all bring me back in. Bring me back in. Bring me back in. Bring Jesus. Okay. 25 feet. Thank you. So yeah, so you go outside, you smoke 25 feet from the building. Real simple, right? The other thing is, please make for sure you throwing the butts in the garbage can and not, you live there, right? But I will say this. I am so proud of this group that's in this room. Why? I have not gotten one complaint from a landlord about y'all. When I say not one, that's huge. I don't think y'all understand how huge that is, because there's a lot of naysayers, right? They ain't gonna do what they supposed to. We ain't renting to them. So my attitude, and see, I love HCEB, but my attitude and their attitude is different. I'm from Richmond, they ain't, right? So my thing is, well, if you feeling that kind of way, then you ain't the landlord we need. And I said it in our meeting yesterday, because I facilitate a landlord and housing provider meeting every month. And it was some new landlords on there that just wanted to know what the program was about, right? And I was like, so if you're not compassionate about people and about giving people second chances, this program not for you, because my residents, they're not perfect, just like nobody. I said, but let me tell you something. You can have somebody good on paper and rent to them that haven't been homeless, that'll tear your place up more than the people that I'm placing in housing. I said, and that's fact. I said, and the other thing is, you gonna get your money, and you got support, yes.
Anything, people that have in that house can appreciate it.
Way more better.
Absolutely. And some people may just need a little bit more support, like maybe on housekeeping and different things like that, because sometimes when you done lived on the street, it's fair game, right? Ain't no rules out here, do what I wanna do, who you talking to, whatever. But now that you in a living space, you hungry? Okay. Now that you're in a living space, things kind of change a little bit, right? Or we forget about Oh, okay. We forget about, okay, if I don't clean or if I don't take my garbage out, not only does that impact, we good? We good? Okay. If I don't take my garbage out, not only do it impact my household, but it impact my neighbors because then they start smelling it, right? Then flies come, and then then there's maggots, and then it's a domino effect. So don't ever be ashamed if you need some tips on how to clean. So I love our planet Earth. And so I don't know if this is being recorded, but if it is, I'm sorry to whoever may be offended by what I'm about to say. That's my disclaimer, okay? But I grew up in the 70s and 80s where bleach was it wasn't clean if we didn't have some bleach, right? And so I can appreciate the natural stuff, and I've tried, but it just don't do it for me. Now, if you want to go the natural route, that's fine. But bleach, you can find bleach at the dollar store. You can find cleaning stuff at the dollar store, and cleaning is not just the surface stuff, right? It's lifting up your dish rack, getting that under there, because if water is setting on that, mildew can set in, water damage, right? Then the other thing is your stove. Removing, if you got an electric stove, lifting that eye up, taking out that plate, and washing it, and then washing under in there. So it's things like that. And it's okay if you don't know. Yes?
I want to say, I clean very well, and I love bleach and hot water, and they are
They're good friends, huh?
very good for us and things around us. If anybody ever needs any help, I'm never wrong.
Thank you, Miss Natalie. And then sweeping and mopping, moving stuff from against the wall, getting in those corners. Y'all came from a place where there was rats and mice and all of that. You don't want, if you leave stuff out, believe me, they gonna find it and come in. Okay? And we don't want them kind of problems. We don't. Some coming from the encampment have hoarding concerns. How do I organize? So if you feel like us helping you getting, and some of you, I've talked to you about it, and the offer still stands, if getting someone to help come in, get some containers, and organize some stuff for you, talk to us. Talk to us. Don't be looking up at the ceiling, because you're making yourself real obvious. But I got you. I got you. Just let me know when. Any questions on that? Any questions? Any questions on that? All right.
I would like some help with my bins.
You would like some help with your bins? I also have a storage place coming up for you for some of your excess stuff.
That's what I need.
Yeah, see, you've been in some conversations. Since you brought it out, I'm going to just speak on it, okay? So, because again, everybody's pathway is different. So when people say, well, you gave them that, or you gave them, well, you didn't need it. So what, I'm gonna give you something if you don't need for it? Because I don't want you to start hoarding, right? No. I'm not gonna be an enabler. No, ma'am. No, sir. Right? But
I stopped collecting stuff.
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. And if you all, yes. Oh, you're good. And y'all, this food is y'all's. I wasn't playing. No, thank you. And so there are some things back along that wall there. If some of you still need like little tables or lamps, a laundry basket, and then there's some things in the box. So people donate to me all the time. Who needs a TV? You need a TV? I'll bring it to you this week. Who else need a TV? I'll bring it to you this week. Okay, so I only had 2. I'm still working on getting more. But any other questions? Why you looking like that, Angie? Huh? Flea, don't you got a TV? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And so I will be coming by. You know, I was trying to get a lot of you acclimated. Some of you have seen me. And again, I don't want our visits to be like a social worker type of thing. If you want to cook something for me, don't y'all be poisoning me though. Don't y'all be trying to poison me. We can break bread, or if you want me to bring something when I come, because that's one of my commitments to the landlords, to make for sure that their properties is being, upkept. And if there's something that needs to be addressed, we address it before it get too bad. Okay, so who said they didn't have no? Let me see. How I want to do this. How I want to do this. How I want to do this. Okay, so it was Sydney. Did she write the names down? Let me see. Me. It was Flea, Rusty, Brian, and Sydney. It's separate. Okay, so those 4 people, which is why it's very important that y'all participate in stuff like this. So when I asked that, y'all should already know by now, there's a method to my madness. So when I asked Stephanie to write those names down, right? So those 4 people I just mentioned, I'm thinking of a number, I'm gonna make it real easy. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. And I'm gonna whisper it to her, hold on.
I work with food. I work.
Y'all thinking of that number? Okay. So Rusty, let me make for sure I'm following this thing right. So only 4 people answering this question is Rusty, Flea, Brian, and Sydney. Rusty had his hand up first and he said 6. Flea, 3. Sydney, 1. Brian, 4. So Rusty gets, it's $100 Food Max gift card. The number, do you want to know what the number was? It was 8. The number was 8. She got it on her phone. She got it on her phone. The other 3 of you, I will do an Instacart to your homes today. Okay? But Rusty, you got a gift card before you leave. I just got to get your signature for it, okay? And that's how we doing it. I do have some other gift cards that we gonna give out, but we gonna play some games. We have a presentation that's coming, but we gonna play some games. I'm gonna let you choose what games, and I'm gonna be walking around, and the winner of each game is gonna get gift cards. Y'all following me? Y'all following me? Okay.